following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Hold up, hashtag heels for life. Wanna welcome everybody, yeah, we gotta get it hype. Hey, every week talking wrestling, we get into it. Current events, even guests that we're interviewing. Hosted by Chris, Kid USA, and Nappy Boy. Shout out to Ziggy, put the smack down, you can't ignore. The best you gon' find anywhere online. Tell the competition they about to get clothesline. Hold up, hashtag heels for life, let's go.
Welcome to Hashtag Kills for Life Wrestling Podcast, episode 180. I'm your host, Mr. Team Bring It, and guess who's here?
Everybody probably forgot about me by now, but it's Nappy Boy.
Yeah. Oh my God. How long has it been since you've been on this podcast, dude?
2 months.
Wow.
And the reason why I know that is because, well, my boy is 2 months. About to be 3 in 4 days. So yeah, that's pretty much the main reason. Just we were trying to get him on a schedule. His sleep patterns were kind of just all over the place. Our sleep patterns were all over the place. But everything's getting back to the norm, I guess we could say, and y'all be seeing a lot of my mug around here.
Yes, you know. Of course, you know me, Ziggy, holding it down.
Y'all have been, yes. I must say, if I can say anything that's like really huge, it's that during my absence, Chris he's been fucking grinding. Like,
got to, man.
So,
got to.
Hats off to Chris. Sorry that the load all fell on you, but that changes tonight, and moving forward, I'll be more involved. It was just a rough little thing. We had to find balance, but it's all good now. But
very much so. Yeah. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
So before we start, everyone, first I need you to hit that thumbs up and please comment on this video. Then I need you to subscribe. Then I need you to hit that notification bell so you can get news and rumors from Hashtag Heels for Life Wrestling Podcast on YouTube and here on Facebook.
Yeah.
So tonight, we got a lot to cover. There's a lot of breaking news, especially not only in the WWE, but also in AEW as well. There are a lot of injuries that's been racking up. We're going to get into that after we get done with Hell in a Cell. Just want to kind of give you an update of what's going on. A lot of you are already aware of the situation with AEW and CM Punk and Daniel Bryan that recently got injured. I believe
Scorpio Sky as well.
Scorpio Sky. But before we get into that, let's get into Hell in a Cell first. Okay, so the first match of the night was
the triple threat women's.
Yes. I don't have it. Wow, I thought I had it. I guess I don't. What was your thoughts on that? And then
the wrestling was good. The wrestling was good. It was nice to see Asuka. It's been a while. And that was one of the few matches that I wasn't falling asleep during. And actually kept my interest. It kept me awake. I thought it was good. Of course, I wholeheartedly believe that the right woman won. Definitely not time for her to lose that yet, especially what she went through last year at SummerSlam. She's definitely due for a due diligent title run, And so I'm hoping this is like the sign of it, because I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people were speculating Asuka winning since it, was her, return to pay-per-view. I didn't really hear much of Becky being brought up as like a win, but definitely I heard Asuka, and I was praying and hoping they wouldn't do it that soon. And but no, I think they did it right. And again, the wrestling was fantastic. Definitely enjoyed it.
I totally fucked up because I put it as our. Oh my god! I did fuck up. Oh my goodness. Shit. Okay, so this was supposed to be our background, but I put it as an overlay. So I have to do some rearranging. Okay. So while we're talking about that, I'm really, really fucking up. Oh my god. Okay, so I think that the match was great. It really did set the tone for the evening. Some of the other matches I didn't really care for, but this one, I believe in my heart that this was one of the matches of the night.
Yes,
honestly,
absolutely,
wholeheartedly, I believe this was one of the matches of the night. Bianca Belair, she do need a healthy title run. She really do. She's due for that. She's basically the EST in the WWE. She's one of the strongest women's champions that we have had. I think, yes, she's in the modern era. I think she's one of the strongest, and I'm starting to believe her. I'm starting to believe that she's a great champion. She's beautiful. She's great. I have to tip my hat to her because where she been and where she's going, she got a bright future. I can't really I can't talk mad shit about her like I did in the past,
I know. That's why I'm over here shocked. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
You sure?
I'm positive. I'm positive.
Look at Red for where she was. I'm thinking the same thing, Red. I'm thinking the same thing.
Where she was.
He's on board with it now, finally. So better late than never.
Barely, but okay.
He's got one foot on it.
Right, So let's go on to the next match. What was the next match?
Oh, let me it up. Cause I think this is where I started falling asleep. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I was fucking dozing off, and I wasn't meaning to. It's just WWE's been struggling to keep my interest. I'm jumping
ever
on
since
this
Roman
app.
fell off.
I'm hoping that
I think I know what's
okay. Yes, they do have it in order. The handicap match, Bobby Lashley, Omos, and MVP. And I lied. This isn't where I started falling asleep. It was decent. Omos is showing me improvement. From where he first started, being stiff as a fucking 2x4 to where he's at now, he's actually moving a little bit better. We gotta realize this dude's a big fucking dude.
Listen, when he was running towards that security wall, I'm like, my nigga, dude.
Whoa, big fella.
Yeah, whoa,
Whoa, big fella, slow down.
But I'm still.
Look, look. Me saying he's improving isn't me saying, oh my god, he's on my top 10 radar right now, because he's not. But at least he's showing that he's actually maybe giving a fuck about what he's doing, and he's actually showing interest. I thought it was a decent match. I really did.
He'll definitely tell the story in this match, though.
Absolutely. They put Bobby over. Notice what Bobby did. They needed to do an audible because of the Cody Rhodes situation, which I'll explain. I'll explain that when we talk about the main event. They had to throw in an audible because of, again, I'll talk about that later. And he grabbed one of the fans' titles, and he's insinuating that he's next in line. And as many people Roman faced multiple times, I think I'm ready for a Roman and Bobby Lashley. I don't think we ever got it. Whoever's watching can maybe correct me if we did see it before, but I don't think we have, and I'm for it. I'm with it.
Oh wait, I mean we can't see Bobby versus Roman because Roman doesn't show up to work. I mean, no shade.
I mean, hey man, since Brock Lesnar's not active, we got to give somebody Brock Lesnar tree cred. Fuck.
I mean, so that's what we're gonna do to all part-time wrestlers. I mean, we're just gonna give them like what 365 days a year of vacation. I mean, what's good?
I mean, hey, you know, like Roman's like, motherfucker, I got both titles. If anybody should have some days off and not wrestle every pay-per-view, it's me, not him. And
yeah,
you know, he did something.
Roman is
he surely didn't show up.
Roman's pulling the Triple H. He doesn't work on Tuesdays or Sundays. You know what I'm saying? Because you know the mail doesn't run on Sundays. So I guess like he said fuck it. I'm not coming. You know.
Oh, shit.
And remind you, he got both titles. Jaquez, no one wants to acknowledge you. Shut the fuck up. Go away. Oh, hi, Jaquez. How you doing?
He said, acknowledge your tribal queef. Oh, God.
Shout out to the Wolfpack Wrestling Podcast on Thursdays at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Ty.
Oh, Ty.
Ty from YouTube. We're going to get into that. Yeah, we're going to get into that in a second. Derek, he said that happened in 2018. I'm not exactly sure what I forgot what we were talking about.
I forgot what we were talking about.
I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, but I am so glad that this. Yeah, I'm just really ready for this rivalry to end because like you know what? I'm sorry, we did miss something. So Cedric Alexander came out during a segment between Almost There and MVP. So Cedric was like, you know, he was planning with MVP saying, you know, hey, I can do this, I can do that. And then MVP stopped him. He said that, no, I don't need you anymore. That her business is over. And then, you know, Omos with that deep African voice.
You should get out of here now.
You should get out of here now. It's time to
move along, my brother. I was like, whoa.
It's time for you to go back to Wakanda where you came from.
Oh, God.
Sorry.
Oh, shit.
So, that kind of backfired on MVP because Cedric Alexander actually came out and interfered in the match. And that is part of the reason why Almost There and he lost that match because of Cedric Alexander. So, you know. But yeah, I mean, toward the end of the match, it was cool. I mean, it wasn't enough for me to wake back up, you know, but you know, whatever. So, let's go on to the next match. What's the next match?
Next one, Ezekiel versus Kevin Owens.
I am so over this.
Yeah, this one is just hilarious. Like,
but it was good. It was better than I thought. The
wrestling was good. Look, Ezekiel definitely he definitely sharpened his skills.
In blue or some type of shit.
Yeah. Fucking Selson blue. Head and shoulders.
Shout out to the All Around Ropes podcast. Shout out to you guys.
But yeah, he definitely sharpened his skills. it's just, I don't know. He's throwing, like, he's giving me. It's crazy when I see Ezekiel. He gives me the fucking 80s vibe, bro. Like,
Yeah,
you can definitely tell this was a Vince McMahon doing.
very much so.
Just because he's fucking jacked. He's got the tassels, he's got the trunks, and he's got the white boots. Like,
You got the
he's-
muscles.
he's giving me a mixture of Macho and Ultimate Warrior.
Exactly.
Like Macho Man and it's just like, God.
The mannerisms were totally like uncanny tonight, dude.
But his wrestling is good though, and you know, like, even though, you know, we're making fun of it, you know, Kevin Owens, like, oh, you're Elias.
Yeah.
It's telling a story, you know, and also you can tell Vince is breaking away from what he used to hate. Like, back
Right.
then, he probably would have fucking fired Kevin Owens for wanting to think that this was Elias. And it's showing that Vince is like opening up to new shit, you know. So I mean, look, it's silly, it's stupid, it's crazy. I'm kind of with it. The match was good. Not sure why they allowed Owens to win. I feel like, you know, they should have maybe gave that to Ezekiel.
Bro, they
unless
totally
they're-
like buried him, bro.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't say they buried him. It's really questionable on why Owens won. Maybe they're gonna tell, you know, a longer story.
They don't
which
need to tell a story,
this-
nigga.
They kind of do though.
they
They got
don't.
away from storytelling, Chris. You know, me and you bash them all the time.
Yes.
They got away from storytelling. If they can try to find a story with these two, hey, go for it. Let's see what they can do.
Mhm.
So
I mean, okay, I
don't know.
feel you on that. Okay, so let me ask you this then. So what story are they telling? Because like the only thing that I'm hearing is that another obsessive man that used to be his tag team partner, you know what I'm saying, when they went to Seattle, they disrespected the fuck out of them and got the nuclear heat that I've ever heard in any fucking city saying that they missed their supersonics and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, like I'm here for that. I was here for the pettiness. And now it's like, okay, is he looking for his long lost friend? Is he being a bitch? I mean, like, what's good?
I mean, he's the story I'm getting is, oh wow. Okay.
What's
Have
up?
y'all heard of the Mandela effect?
The who?
The Mandela effect.
No, you gonna have to educate me.
All right. So the Mandela effect, I mean, we're aware of the guy Nelson Mandela, right?
Mhm.
So he died in 2013. He was either like the president or some kind of like big leader down in South Africa.
Right.
Well, there's speculations that he actually died in 1983, but the government and shit covers. Okay, this is gonna sound crazy, right? But the government and whoever controls the web, they go and they erase shit. For instance, right? I personally remember, if y'all remember Jif, like if y'all know Jif peanut butter, right? The brand Jif, J-I-F.
They got
I
recalled.
specifically remember. No. You can still go in the stores and buy a jar of Jif peanut butter, but I specifically remember Jif peanut butter being called Jiffy peanut butter, Jiffy. It's a Mandela effect where certain people remember that, but for whatever weird reason, somebody changes it and they erase the history of Jiffy, and now everybody knows it as Jif. So I feel like whoever is writing this story is kind of portraying a Mandela effect. Like, you remember him as Elias, but he's always been Ezekiel. But then you're torn because it's like, no, Walk with Elias, the guitar. No, Tassel Boy, Ezekiel. But no, he used to come out with the bandanas. And so, that, look,
bro, I don't know what's more
conspiracy
confusing, bro.
And
I don't
I'm
know
with
what's
it.
more confusing, Ezekiel or what's going on in AEW. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, dude, I'm like fucking confused. Nigga, you come out here looking like David Hasselhoff and shit, and then nigga, you can't even fucking shave your fucking face. I mean, your face look. I mean, I'm
This
sorry,
man
but
said
I'm
David
serious. Like,
Hasselhoff.
your
Yo.
face look like a goddamn GPS like roadmap. I mean, for real. Like, I mean, there's so many slashes and U-turns and shit. Like, I mean, bro, like, the
He said
fuck?
there's a U-turn on.
It is a fucking U-turn, dude. Like, when he first
I'm
came
dead.
out, I'm like, dude, who the fuck shaved your face?
Oh my god, I'm done.
I know, I'm being very petty right now, but yeah.
No, I'm with it. I missed it. I miss it. Oh my god.
Yes. The cloning theories is just whatever. But anyway, the match itself, y'all. A lot of brutality in this match.
Yeah.
Ezekiel or Big Zeke or Elias or whatever. When it first started off, with the first match, when the match started off, whatever, he surprised Owens with a devastating knee to the face.
Yeah.
And then he went to the top rope. I think he went to the top rope and
Dropped that macho elbow.
Yeah, the macho. Yeah, and that's where we're really confused on: is this Macho Man or is this Big Zeke? Wait, Big Zeke is the big black dude with the muscles and shit. And talks like he's from Nigeria. Is that?
Not gonna lie, when they debuted Ezekiel, and I saw Ezekiel come on the Titantron, I was like, oh shit, they got Ezekiel back. And I'm like, wait a minute, what the fuck?
Yeah. That's what I was saying too, because I was like,
who is this white man?
Right. You know, I'm like, wait a minute, did Big Zeke get a tan? I was like, wait, this
No, he got he took a highlighter to himself.
He really right. I mean, he I was like, who came all over him? Like, I'm just whatever.
Whoa.
I know. Pause.
Whoa.
Yeah. No cap. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Okay. So Kevin said that I feel that he's going to be chasing the Who are you talking about, Kevin?
Ezekiel or Owens? I hope none. I wouldn't be surprised though.
Me neither. Corey said, "What if they brought Elias back because of the storyline?"
I would be with it. Yo, I feel like they can have so much fun with this. Like if this story isn't over with after tonight, they can have so much fun with this shit. Where like tomorrow night, Elias can walk out and be like, "Yo, like you fought my cousin. I've been on tour for my music," and like you know what I'm saying? Like they can have fun with it. And then Kevin can finally come out and be like, you know what? This is bullshit because I see Ezekiel, then one day and then 1 week I see Elias, but y'all are never in the same room together. I'm telling you, they can have so much fun with this shit. Like, I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm the only one here with it.
And then John, he said that they're going to make Ezekiel have amnesia. He's going to get hit with a guitar. He's going to come out the next week as Elias and say that he had a dream that my name is Ezekiel and that he pretended to be his younger brother.
Yo, Vince,
I see that happening.
Hire John May as a fucking booker / story writer. That's gold right there. That would be fucking hilarious. You whack Ezekiel with a fucking guitar, right?
But
you
here's
keep
the
him
problem,
laid out, and then he comes. Dude, that'd be fucking gold.
But where is the beard?
Fuck it. He can.
No. I know
No.
by walking with Elias with the beard, not with the man that looks like a goddamn pedophile. What?
But Elias could come out and say something happened while he was on tour. A groupie shaved it off or something. Like, or they could. No, wait. No.
This is
Hollywood,
not fucking 10 Commandments.
No. Hollywood, bro. They can fucking put the beard back on him.
Oh, so they're gonna slap some super glue on his ass? So I mean, what?
I don't know what they do. Just like how like they be putting like tattoos on fucking people that like don't have tattoos. They can put they do it in the movies. They put facial hair on people that can't grow facial hair that the character needs to have facial hair. You never heard of that or seen that?
dude,
I got a lot of useless knowledge, Chris. I got a lot of useless knowledge.
It's useless in this conversation, though. But whatever.
It's not useless because it would work.
It is useless. It's useless because you're telling me. So you think that the WWE, even though WWE produced movies, used to produce movies, you think that they're going to actually do all of that bullshit? That's what you're saying.
Look what they did with Eric Bischoff with the when he disrupted somebody's wedding, ripped the fucking little like face off, and it was him. They've done shit like that before.
Okay. So we do have a special guest where he actually is here. Oh my God!
Speaking of beards, look at that luscious beard, boy.
Oh my God!
What it do, y'all? How y'all doing, man?
Yeah.
What's good?
Yeah.
What's
up? Are you still traveling right now? I
legit like just pulled up to the house. I saw y'all's live, and I'm like, I'm hopping on.
Hey.
Oh yeah, man!
Like just got in from Dallas.
That's what's up.
Oh, that's what's up. Yes, we gotta talk later.
Nonetheless, though, but I did have the Peacock running on the phone. I was listening to the wrestling show just in case I got back home in time. I could talk about it with y'all. So I listened to Hell in the Cell.
I listened to I wish I would have listened to it too. Actually, I probably would have fell asleep.
Welcome back, Ziggy.
Yeah, welcome back.
Appreciate it.
So just to kind of catch you up, we was talking about conspiracy theories from the conspiracy theorists down here.
Did you hear what I had to say about the whole Ezekiel thing?
So what you got?
All right. So have you heard of the Mandela effect?
Mm-hmm.
They're making us forget Elias. Like, come on, son. Like, that's a good fucking story.
He did do the segment where he was doing like a funeral, where he was doing like a burial or something like that. That was the last time we seen him.
Like, they're making us forget that this man was once alive. I remember him. Me and Kevin Owens remember him as Elias. But the government is trying to make us, WWE is trying to make us portray that it's always been Ezekiel. I love it. I'm fucking with it.
So basically, Ziggy, what he's basically saying is that he went to Egypt to see Jesus. Okay.
No,
he saw God. He saw God, and God told him, "Well, it's time for you to cut that goddamn beard off, and I need you to walk with me." And then he comes back to the WWE, and this motherfucker is talking about
he's got the most godliest name.
Oh well, yeah,
Ezekiel. Like what? I can kind of believe fucking Chris's story too. That he talked to God, and God was like,
Ezekiel.
"Your name is Ezekiel now."
Yeah.
Get away from us.
Then they got that. Then they have the photo with he had Elias in the photo with him.
That was photoshopped like a mother.
I thought you know
what?
I mean, I don't know.
It shocked me because I'm like, wait a minute, is that real?
Of course, it shocked him. The most gullible one in the group.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, let's go on to the next match. What was the next match?
Judgment Day versus AJ, Finn, and Liv Morgan's fine ass. I'm loving the Judgment Day. Look at Liv, boy. I'm loving the Judgment Day.
Don't sleep on Rhea though.
Oh hell no, boy. You saw Rhea got some cakes.
So
too.
I'm just like,
just saying.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just confused. Why in the fuck they allow the women to touch the man, but the man can't touch the woman?
Well, Chris,
that's in real life and in wrestling, bro.
So is this like part of the two movie or some type of shit?
Team Johnny Depp, just saying, my boy won. Yeah,
Funny.
I never understood that. Like it was even like that back in the day. You can
Back in the day,
dog slap the shit out of a woman.
go see the Dudley Boys.
Shit, go see Stone Cold Steve Austin beat the fuck out of Lita.
I mean,
Bubba Ray Dudley put
Linda McMahon's old ass. Linda McMahon's old ass.
Right.
Didn't Bubba Ray jump off a stage and put Mae Young through a table?
Sure did.
So.
Sure did.
Mae Young been through a fucking hell and brimstone.
But yeah. In terms of this match, though, what did y'all think?
It was cool. I mean, yeah, it was cool.
What's up, John?
I need
hey, John. Yeah,
I need WWE to come out with more factions because I feel like if the Judgment Day, I feel like if AJ Liv was like a legitimate faction, then I can sit here and say that they're building him up to be a strong faction. But there's really no factions in WWE right now, so it's like
because they don't care about the tag team division,
right? It was right, and that's
so like if they have a faction, like is the Judgment Day, like would Edge and Damian become tag champs? Probably not, right? So they need another male in that group, so Edge could be like world champ material, and
that's what
you know what I'm saying. Yeah,
that's what I'm hoping they're doing because I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't mind the Bloodline versus Judgment Day in the near future.
So then, if it's going to be the Judgment Day versus the Bloodline,
who's the face?
Who will be the woman?
Who will be the woman? Yeah.
Well, the only logical person that could have joined the Bloodline recently walked away. So that's a very good
What about Tamina?
No, her legs are too.
I know, but we saying Bloodline.
I understand that she came in with the Usos, but she ain't got no blood connected with the Bloodline.
Usos?
Yeah, with the Usos, like the Usos.
I thought they were related though.
No,
they're not.
I thought they call her cousins.
No.
They just call her cousin, but she's not really part of the bloodline.
Dude, Jimmy Snuka, I looked it up. Jimmy Snuka is nowhere near related to anybody.
He's Samoa Joe. He's just not in the family. He's just another Samoan.
He's just another Samoan that's not part of the Samoan tribe.
What about Nia Jax? I'm just talking about in terms of the bloodline, not joining or anything like that.
No, so the only two logical people that would make sense to join the bloodline, one being by marriage and one actually being related, they're no longer there.
Nia,
nor Naomi. Now, I'm glad TY brought that up. The only real logical one is The Rock's daughter, but she is so probably, this isn't a knock to her, she's probably so not ready for any of like the big time right now that it's gonna take too long. So it's
they gonna think that
that's true. I didn't think about Rock daughter.
Who else? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, they're gonna think that her smile is going to carry, her career. I mean, I'm sorry,
it carried The Rock's career. The Rock got a good smile. The Rock got a good fucking smile.
She got an overbite.
Whoa, man! Whoa.
Hey,
am I lying?
What? I mean,
The Rock's daughter name is Simone Johnson, right? Is it Simone Johnson?
Simone Johnson, and they changed it to fucking
Ava Rain or something like that.
Eva Rains or some shit, and I'm just like,
it says she picked that name, just like, and apparently Braun Breaker picked his name too.
That's what, yeah.
That's it. He said that.
You picked your you.
It was gonna make him Rex, and we got mad at WWE for that one, but he picked that name himself.
Yeah, I gotta issue a open public apology. To
one
WWE.
Apology.
1 out of a million.
1 out of
probably way more than that. But I'm sorry. I'll give you that. My bad.
But yeah, do you think that do you think Judgment Day deserve that win?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they're new.
They're the only faction out of the group.
Right. They're the only legit team faction in that match. And you're trying to establish the Judgment Day as a dominant force.
That's correct.
So honestly, yeah, I think it was a very due diligent win. I feel bad for Liv because Jesus Christ, when the fuck is she gonna catch a break?
Hey, we got somebody joining from Brazil. Someone from Brazil, Moderino, watching, tuning in from Brazil. Appreciate it.
Appreciate the love, man. That is what's up.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is Juan. He said, "Yo, the Fiend was supposed to show up at the end," and I was eyes bucked. I mean, after the screen went dark at the end of the show, I was like, "Oh shit." LOL, joking. What's up, my peeps? Yeah.
The Fiend.
I could see Judgment Day going face.
Corey,
not right now though.
So Corey said that. What do you think? What do you all think of that JD?
The Judgment Day
going face. I think it's too early. Right
way
now.
Too early.
It's too early. I can see it though. Like if they do go against Bloodline, that's probably when they will turn face. Right now though, I think they should just, because honestly, I don't see them as really a heel right now. I feel like they're more of a tweener. That's the vibe that I'm getting.
From who?
Completely wrong. Judgment Day.
I think they're heels. Yeah, they heels. I mean, they're going around and they beating people asses up like almost every week.
Yeah, but NWO was beating people up and they were
and they're recruiting people. They're telling people to kneel, all rise. That's heel shit.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, that's like saying that Loki is a face, but yet he talking about kneel before your God. Yeah,
Loki is a heel. He's a heel that we just like.
Just like us, but except for you.
I'm a baby face.
You're the baby face.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I love that lotion that you put on your face.
Oh yeah.
By the way, yes. What is it, by the way? Because you're beaming. I swear you are.
Oh, you know, when a woman, you know, sits. Never mind.
Whoa!
Wow!
I'll get back.
Hell yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah! Hell yes! The best seat in the house.
The baby face.
Wow!
You know.
Wow, Ziggy. I didn't see that one coming. Anyway, let's go.
Hey, bro, I still got it.
You are so
he
disgusting.
still got it.
If you smell it.
Wow.
Idiot. Greg said
turning into go ahead. My bad.
No, you good. Greg said Riot acting like a heel with that smile action. Who is Riot? I don't know.
Ruby Riot?
Ruby Riot? I think Ruby Riot is not in this company anymore. I think you was talking about Liv, maybe.
Ruby, so.
But I could be wrong. I'm not sure. Yes, we are definitely getting rated R over here. I mean, because you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
when he came back from Dallas,
Chris is a bad influence. Kevin, I'm sorry.
I know. Thank you,
Chris. This is a bad influence.
I know. I really talk very sexual on this program. I need to really stop. So
I mean, especially my boy down here. He don't play.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah. Yes.
Got another one on the way. Probably the next.
Do
4 months.
Speak that into existence, sir. No.
So you gonna tie your balls now?
I already did.
Ooh, you can't just have one boy. He got to have another brother to play with.
And he's got two sisters to play with. And I didn't get nothing tied. I got it.
Oh. Okay.
I'm shooting. Hey,
no. I don't want to hear you and your blue balls. I don't want to hear you and your blue balls. Let's move on. What was the next match? I think I know what the next match was because I'm looking at it right now.
No holds barred. Madcap Moss versus Hap Corbin.
Okay.
This is why I try to fall asleep.
Yeah, like I'm sorry, but I'm just
what Madcap called him a big bald wolf. I thought that was funny.
big bad wolf.
The big bald
wolf. Yeah. Yeah. So, what do you guys think? Yeah.
I do like Madcap's look, but I mean, that's about it.
Yeah.
Dude is chiseled. He's ripped.
Yeah. And it seems like we
this was a nothing match.
Yeah.
It really was.
I did notice that there was a lot of hardcore matches that was going on, and some of those matches could have went in Hell in a Cell, like easily. I mean that was the whole concept of the pay-per-view, right?
Man, this shouldn't even be a pay-per-view, to be honest.
I know that, bro. Like,
man, it's just this. Yeah, this should be like a once every other year type. Just one match, not a whole pay-per-view.
Right.
The whole Hell in a Cell concept has just been watered down.
Yeah, because like I'm so used to like blood and guts and
that's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we don't get
supposed to be a filler match, said Corey. Yeah, it was definitely this is the match where you went and got, like, no disrespect to the performers, you know what I'm saying, but you know, if you were holding it in, you know, to take a piss, this was the match. You was clenching them cheeks because you had to take a shit. This is the one. You know what I'm saying?
You fucking unloaded
that. You need to refill that popcorn bucket. This is the one.
You refill that cup of drink.
That Coke started getting a little watery. This is where you get to refill.
That bird,
you know what I'm saying? No disrespect.
I'm so sick of him. I'm so sick.
Why Chris laughing? See, Chris the heel, he laughing. He makes it worse.
No, you are being like straight trash right now.
I'm a baby face.
No, you a baby face that is being like.
Also, Zig. This match also allowed if your woman needed a seat to sit on.
Wow.
Your face. This was.
Hey yo, my boy is hazardously horny tonight. What's going on?
Just saying.
Did you say hazardously horny?
Yeah.
Oh God!
I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying.
My man said bathroom break match.
Oh shit! But yeah, let's move on to this. I think it's the next match was Theory versus Ali.
Oh, I fell asleep through the whole fucking match there.
Oh, you did?
Oh, now, from what I heard, it seemed like it was okay.
No,
with the,
it was.
Hey, one last thing, and we'll get back on track. Hey, Nappy, next time your lady walk by, you know, hit her on a smack her, give it a little booty smack, turn a Walter right quick, give her one of them.
Pow. I really hate him. Oh my goodness.
I do it all the time. I'm gonna start making that face when I do it.
What you say?
I said I do that all the time. Every time she walks past me or I walk past her, I just
turn into Walter.
Well, no, now I'm gonna turn into Walter and just, you know.
So
I'm gonna make sure to make that face.
So the next match was this. It was Theory versus Ali.
They keep assing Mustafa Ali completely out.
Come on now. We had
they made the man lose in his hometown, bro. Like, are you serious right now?
But check this out though. With Sasha and Naomi walking out, Ali walked out. He tried to walk out too. You think they was gonna reward him with the United States Championship match, even though he came back?
No, I mean, because like he was trying to leave.
Yeah,
and that's his punishment because it was like, no,
like, hey, you on the show?
Yeah, like I didn't tell you that you can, be released from the leash. No, we're gonna give you a Scooby snack, but we're not gonna give you a full course meal. You know
what they used to tell us in the military when people would get upset and they're like, I'm gonna quit, I'm gonna run away. They'll say, no one put a gun to your head and told you to sign this contract. Shut the fuck up and get in line.
Shut the fuck up and get in line.
I'm gonna run away. Yeah, Your recruiter lied to you. Shut up. Get in line. So that's what they told Ali. You signed this contract. Oh, your ass on this Hell in a Cell pay-per-view and get this 3-second tan.
Oh shit!
You signed this contract 18 years ago, motherfucker. This is your fault.
Right. I mean, he still got the goddamn images and shit. I'm like, dude, I kind of felt that one. Like,
oh, that's what they told us, bro. It was real. Shut your dumb ass up. Put your goofy ass up. You signed the contract, goofy.
Stupid.
3-second tan.
All right.
Hey, that was a sick bump though. He hit that 450, like
yeah, right on his knee.
That was a bump.
Yeah. Okay, so did he land on his face or did he land on
it looked like it was his chest face, but yeah.
It looked like his face.
Okay.
He ate that.
I'm surprised he didn't get a concussion behind that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's the funny thing about Austin Theory too? Do y'all remember Tyler Breeze? He used to come out with the selfie stick.
Yes.
So it's like they legit gave Austin Theory Tyler Breeze's gimmick.
Yep.
It's just without the selfie stick. It's just kind of like
it's just the only difference is that someone looks like the It or Pennyworth or whatever.
You do make those funny faces, bro. Why does he do that?
Dude, like he scared the fuck out of me, especially when he took that picture with Vince McMahon.
He was like,
bro.
It's definitely those like, what was it? Ernest from back in the day. Remember those Ernest movies?
Like, what the fuck is you doing? That's the owner you're doing that shit.
I don't mind Theory, but he needs a new finisher. That little knee smash move.
He need a new face, honestly. If we're gonna talk about new things, he need a new face.
He need a new everything. Like what the fuck?
I mean, he can keep the body. The body's okay. It's just his face is just not giving me no life at all. And then he keep coming to some. I gotta be right for Vince McMahon. You know, I'm like
he does. Hey, he does do those faces, nephew. Ernest, Ernest. Brady know I'm talking about Ernest. Hey, y'all youngsters, look up Ernest.
Is this like a 90s movie?
It's 90s, yeah.
Is it? Yeah, I kind of figured that.
It's pretty hilarious.
Going to Austin Theory is a goofy guy in real life. Yeah, I heard about
I'm sure he's a cool guy in real life, but yeah.
I mean, we're not just like bashing him or whatever. I'm just like saying like he needs to stop smiling or like go to like some type of dentist and get rid of them baby teeth or whatever because he does look like a mutant. For real.
I see Chris going in. I was just saying.
I'm not. Shut up. I'm not going in. I'm just, for real. Like I think everybody will concur that he looks like somebody that just came from the sewer. Like I
don't know about the sewer from a different planet for sure.
Hey man, Chris,
I don't know what.
Wait,
somebody would look like
before you go to the next match. Here you go.
All right.
This is Ernest.
Hey,
like right, this guy right here. So he's making that face.
Looks like he just came.
See?
Oh yeah, I remember him.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's his cousin or uncle.
That is uncle.
Yeah, that's Elias, nigga. That's
like his great uncle or something like.
Yeah, this is 90s, but yeah, for all our youngsters.
Yeah. Now, thank you for
no problem.
Clarifying that for us. So now we go to the main event, everyone. We gotta talk about this one, y'all.
That don't sound good.
Yeah, this is the only main event that everyone cared about: Cody versus Seth Rollins.
Mm-hmm.
When I tell you that they told a story in this match,
yeah, they did. Yeah, they did.
I mean, oh my
Seth
god,
Rollins,
it's really good.
Chris, you liked it?
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I personally loved it from both sides. This version of Seth fucking Rollins is it's incredible.
Petty but entertaining.
Petty.
I love it.
There you go.
He's an entertaining petty troll, and I love it. I love it. I really do. Cody I earned a whole, and I didn't think this was possible. I earned a whole much like bigger chunk of respect.
That's respect.
He's in the spot in his career that he easily could have went to Vince and been like, bruh, I really hate to do this, but bro, we gotta postpone this match. But he didn't. True. He didn't. He fucking went out there. They had to have jacked him up with some fucking like numbing shots or something, because how he did what he did is just fucking mind-boggling.
So, if you guys don't know, Cody Rhodes have a really bad pec injury.
Yeah, torn
pectoral.
Yeah. So this is the same injury that Triple H had a couple of years ago when he tore his pec.
He had the same kind of bruise, huh?
Mm-hmm, yeah, but his was like darker. Like I thought he was like going black there for a second. But yeah, Cody Rhodes.
Brady got to him, huh?
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? And this is the same man.
Getting to him.
And remind you, this is the same man that ended racism. You know that.
I didn't agree with that, but yeah, I respect Cody though.
Brady, that's not okay. So for anyone who thinks that's a man job, because I think the same thing, Chris.
Yes, sir.
Is there any way that you can pull up the picture I dropped of Triple H in the heels? Can you put that up on?
Oh yeah.
Because I want to touch on that, because I thought the same thing.
Give me a moment, because I just need to. I just pull it up real quick.
While Chris is grabbing that, Triple H torn his pec at, I want to say, one of the Crown Jewel events, where it was DX versus Brothers of Destruction, and Triple H's shit looked just like that. It's not a makeup job. That was legit shit. What I think happened is either, I mean, bruh, everybody can tolerate pain differently. So either Cody Rhodes can just deal with that kind of in excruciating pain, or, you know, they fucking shot him up to numb it. I mean, we've heard it in the past where, you know, Kurt Angle would put fucking shots in his neck so he wouldn't feel it. Yeah, that's not makeup. That's not makeup. And then for somebody who's going to say that it looks darker on Triple H than Cody, look at the light that Triple H is in. It's not as bright as it was in the arena.
I mean, everybody still skin pigmentation plays a part in it too.
Skin pigmentation, exactly. Yeah. Same.
So you saying that his pigmentation was trash?
Same. I mean, if anybody's skin pigmentation is trash, it's Triple H's.
He got blue blood.
Rollins should have not. What? Oh man, I really want to know why Brady thinks Rollins should have won.
And you know what, Brady? I'm not going to lie to you, because like I don't want people to feel some type of way because like I have a grudge against Cody, which I actually do. I've expressed this numerous times on here, and I don't want people to think that I'm trash. Maybe I am, but still. In my eyes, I feel that Cody Rhodes, this is karma. I just feel that way. A part of me.
How's that karma? When people wanted him to leave, he had go away heat in AEW, so he left.
That's what I'm saying.
You mean them? Don't not me. I didn't want Cody to leave. I wanted Cody to do something else. I wanted him to do something else with his image, because like I said, he talked about, I don't want to be a heel. Okay, well, try to do something to get us to make us believe that you can do something creative with your life. I mean, you came up with the American Nightmare. Doing what? Doing what? Running away?
No. How? Okay, running away from where? AEW?
Really, bro? Are we going to really go there?
Well, I haven't been on for a while. I haven't heard your side. I haven't been able to give my side.
Nigga, you haven't been gone away that long. You only been gone away for 2 months.
No, Cody jumped with WWE when I was still absent from the show.
Oh, okay. All right.
So he's doing something creative for one. For two, you wanted him to stay in that toxic environment.
Toxic environment.
Nobody was fucking with Cody. Everybody wanted Cody out.
Cody was burying motherfuckers. Cody. I mean, what you expect?
Okay, so he grabbed his ball and he left.
Yes, he went
back. Motherfuckers is mad because he went back to the WWE.
He went back to the same place that buried him 10 years ago.
But listen to the story he's telling, Chris. Chris, listen.
Yes,
see,
I'm hearing you.
This is the issue with some fans on both sides right now.
Okay.
They don't fully invest. He came back to the place where his father made a name for himself.
Mm-hmm.
And he's trying to do what his father was never able to do. And if you know Cody is all about his dad. This motherfucker, and I love it. He gets emotional. He brings that fucking realness out on camera when he speaks on Dusty, and he said that he mistakenly thought he won that fucking title, and this is the only picture that I have of my father with the WWE title, and it's not legit. And I always wanted him to fix that, and now that he can't fix it, I'm gonna fucking fix it. That is a fucking story that he created. Vince didn't go to him with that story. A booker didn't go to him with that story. A writer didn't go to him with that story. Cody went to them with that fucking story. And everybody wants to talk about nobody tells stories no more. Nobody tells an invested story. This is fucking decades in the making of a fucking story that Cody is telling. And then for Seth, this is where it fucking all came full circle. For Seth to say what he fucking said, that you ran for them and came back here, it just puts the fucking icing on the cake.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know why everyone's bashing this man.
So
people are bashing this man. I don't know if people are familiar with the rock band the Foo Fighters, but David Grohl is the lead singer of the Foo Fighters. He was also the drummer of Nirvana. When Kurt Cobain killed himself, Nirvana had to break up. Everybody got pissed off at David Grohl for making the Foo Fighters, but David Grohl said himself, "What the fuck did y'all want me to do? I'm a fucking rock star. So I made my own fucking rock band to feed my family. You're going to be mad at me for feeding my family?" Cody Rhodes was no longer accepted in AEW. So he took his ball and he went elsewhere with it to provide for his family still. So what was Cody supposed to do?
Okay.
You tell me what Cody was supposed to do in that situation.
I'm going to break this down to you. I'm going to break this down to you from my point of view. Okay. I get what you're saying. I get the whole thing about that he wanted to impress his daddy, that he wants to continue the Rhodes legacy in the WWE. I get that part. Okay. I'm all about that. I'm all about legacy and putting respect back in his family's name. But there are levels to this shit. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand with the Cody situation. So you mean to tell me that if you're so concerned about your daddy's legacy, so why would you let the WWE disrespect you in the first place? When you started getting, traction with your career, I know, when he broke his nose and he started, putting bags on heads and all that shit, and the stardust and all that other shit, it wasn't really working in his favor. I told
and look what he did. And look what he did when go ahead. Go, my bad. My bad.
I'm getting to that. So then he found his path by going outside the WWE. So that's cool. Sometimes you have to leave home in order for you to find yourself. I get that part. But this is the other part where I'm just like, wait, what? So you go to New Japan, you go to Ring of Honor, and you know, say you're joining with the Bullet Club. You're the leader of the Bullet Club. You're a world champion in different companies. I mean, I get all of that. The shit is dope. The problem is that once you leave all of that, now you want to do bigger and better things with your career, where AEW falters in play. You want to give us a fucking speech about a revolution, that you want to change the business. No pun intended to the Young Bucks, but you want to change the business or whatever. I was there at a Double or Nothing, the first one. I was there live, and I felt that speech. I said, yes, let's do something different. I said, I'm here for the ride. I'm still on that goddamn train. He decided to get the fuck off and like say, oh, well, whatever happens with that train, that don't have nothing to do with me. So it had everything to do with him. And this is the same person that destroyed Triple H's throne. And every fucking week, he will be bashing the WWE about something. Okay? So now he's not getting his way. Now the power was taken away from him. So now he wants to be a bitch. And then, you know, his black wife or whatever that acts like she's white, she's going around talking about, I'm a black bitch. I was like, oh, okay. What they got to do? And then he up there making fucking speeches about African Americans, and he like how he knows our struggles and shit. And that's why I keep saying that he ended racism. I know he didn't end racism, but I'm just throwing that shit back in the space.
I'm not gonna touch on that.
Okay, cool. I'm just saying, I don't like when motherfuckers be panderizing, you know, me because they want to get my vote. They want me to feel some type of way. And then he up there doing promos talking about, oh, well, I'm not going to turn heel. If you're not going to cheer for me, then I'm going to leave. That's a bitch ass move. Now you want to go to the WWE and talk about, my father, he needs me and I have to complete his legacy. He never was WWE champion and I can do it because I am the American hero. You know,
shut up, John. You're beating me to my fucking rebuttal against this, John. Shut up. God, you always gotta ruin shit.
Me personally, we can. I want to hash it out with you.
And I love
really
this.
do. Because I want you to know, and everyone else that's watching, this is why I don't like Cody Rhodes. That's why I don't like some of these wrestlers that preach one thing and then does another. You know what I'm saying?
But with you saying that I get, right? You say one thing and then you kind of like go back and you change your mind and you go the other way. But can't shit change? For instance, hold on. For instance, right? I'm gonna take a step out of the wrestling world and go into the hip hop world just for 20 seconds, right? Jay-Z and Nas fucking hated each other.
What's going on, fellas?
Now they're best friends. Cody Rhodes, I wholeheartedly believe when he did that speech at the first ever Double or Nothing, he meant that shit. He meant that fucking shit. Things change. He became a father. When you become a father, a lot of life perspectives change for you.
But you go back to the same place that buried you.
But no. See, they were burying him. Yes.
Let me chime in.
Wait. Let him finish.
He was getting buried. He was being mocked. He was being ridiculed, being made fun of. He wasn't. Fuck. How do I say? He wasn't. Nobody was taking him serious, and he knew that. So what did he do? You said it. He left. He made a fucking name for himself. And that's what you have to do sometimes. They say it all the time. Sometimes Vince cannot see past Stardust. I don't see it. I don't see it. You're Stardust.
Let
fuck that. My contract is up. I did my part. I'm leaving. He left, came back, and he came back because of him making a name for himself. And now Vince can see the American Nightmare.
Now let me get this out right quick. How y'all doing? First of all,
good.
Now, Pete game. I'ma agree with some of what Nat Boy saying, only because you got to look at two things. Look at Cody and look at how Drew McIntyre resurrected his career. Drew McIntyre came in as the chosen one, right? Mm-hmm. Drew McIntyre only now, and if you look at their stories, they kind of similar. Because look now, pay attention to this. Pay attention to this. Drew McIntyre had only won the Intercontinental Championship and the Tag Team Championship, which were the two championships that Cody Rhodes won before he left and before Drew got fired. Right?
Cody was his tag team partner too.
Right. So now watch this. Drew left, went to TNA, resurrected his career, made a name for himself over there, came back to NXT and made a name for himself. Now he's one of the biggest stars in the damn game too. Just like Jinder Mahal got fired the same exact way, resurrected his career. Now, I mean, they put him back to a mid-card wrestler as a mid-card wrestler. Yeah, so be it. But to what Nat Boy said, Cody is somewhat of telling a story, because at the end we knew Cody Rhodes as just Cody Rhodes as Dusty Rhodes' son. That's what we knew him as. If you think about it, Goldust, Dustin Rhodes, had more publicity than Cody before Cody even came, because Goldust was already a WWF or WWE superstar name. You follow what I'm saying? So now when you look at Cody is just trying to carry on that legacy, in which back in the day, Cody didn't know who he was. Starting off, even going from regular Cody Rhodes to teaming with Ted DiBiase to being with Randy Orton. Yeah, Randy Orton helped him in legacy, yes. But Cody left to find his way, even when he was throwing shots at WWE. Now, let's say, who's to say that Vince was the one to forgive him? Who's to say that it couldn't have been Linda? It couldn't have been Stephanie that said, yo, let's forgive him. He done made a name for himself. Let's bring him back here and let's see if he really gonna do this or do that or whatever. Because now you really think about it, and as I was watching the podcast, as y'all was saying, everybody was looking forward to that main event with Cody and Seth. And I didn't care about all the other matches, but everybody looked forward to that. And to me, that with Cody going in with a torn pec, and everybody's talking about Triple H because that's Vince's son-in-law, whatever. But here's my thing. You didn't make much headlines about Triple H when he tore his pec overseas. Now, this man tore his pec before the event, and the man still showed up and did his thing. To me, that's a sign of that man's testicular fortitude and guts, saying that he's gonna carry on the legacy. Now, I'm gonna be real with you. I didn't like Cody back in the day. I didn't, only because I was like, yo, this dude has the potential of being something. He just gotta find his way, just like everybody else did. I mean, if you really think about it, stars from WCW. Let's take The Undertaker, for example. Mean Mark Callis. Soon as he got to WWE, guess what? He found his way, been there 30 years. and one of the most well-respected dudes in the game.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Let's look at Stone Cold Steve Austin. Stunning Steve Austin. Ain't nobody care about Stunning Steve back then.
Mm-hmm.
But when he went to Stone Cold, everybody went crazy over that. And I'm going to tell you, I'm one of the biggest fans. And I was one of them that followed the career from 89 WCW all the way until 2003 when he retired.
Mm-hmm.
I followed all that. And everybody got to look, and this is where some people don't look at the history of where somebody comes from to go ahead and rise to superstardom. And that's why I say Cody and Drew somewhat have got the same similar background, because the only thing that makes Drew McIntyre different is Drew ain't come from a wrestling family. All this Drew had to learn and get to where he had to get on his own. Even Sheamus, let's take Sheamus. Even Sheamus had to learn and do all this on his own. Not a wrestling background. If you look at this and see, I'm gonna tell you, like me and you, Chris, we talked about this on the last podcast, how people wasn't superstars to them blowing up now, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you like this, that what people ain't looking at. Watch this. Sheamus played as a security guard back in the day for WWE. And on one instance was when the McMahons was feuding with DX.
Mm-hmm.
Sheamus wasn't security guard. Ain't nobody know who the hell Sheamus was.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody knew who Sheamus was. But guess what? Rose to superstardom. Rose to superstardom. Everybody, including Cody, including Seth, including Roman Reigns, everybody got a story to tell, but they just tell it in their way. Now, as far as Cody winning the WWE or the Universal Championship, I could feel him on that, because here's a picture of Dusty Rhodes holding up the WWE title, but in actuality, let's be real, he only won the NWA title. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now, Cody's trying to make it bigger than just the NWA title. He's making it about the family, making it about, now it's all about what dad or what brother couldn't do.
Mm-hmm.
So now that Cody is back in the game, I mean, everybody, just like, like Austin back in the day, everybody going crazy over Cody. But the question is, how long is this run going to last?
Yeah,
are they going to treat Cody when he comes back from the injury and has surgery? Are they going to treat him the same, or are they going to put him as a mid-card wrestler? And that's the thing we got to look at with Vince, because Vince always buries talent.
So me and our other co-host Kid, we were talking in our chat during the pay-per-view that torn pec. I thought it was 5 to 6 months recovery. He said it's 7 to 8 months recovery.
But see, it also depends on the metabolism of the person too.
Yeah.
It also depends. And see, like for me, I had reconstructive ankle surgery, right? And that takes 6 to 8 months to heal. Almost a year, right? Mm-hmm. Mine took 3 to 4. And when you think about it, it's mind over matter.
Yeah.
If you put your mind to it and your dedication to it to say, yeah, I'm gonna come back from this, or I'm gonna do this or that. Like, I give an example. The doctor said I couldn't walk on my ankle until about 3 months. I was walking on my ankle in 6 weeks. In 6 weeks. So that's why I say it's a mind over matter thing. Look at John Cena. He had surgery in October, came back to the Royal Rumble in January and won it.
Yeah. And that's what I think they're going to do with Cody. There was like heavy speculation that Cody was going to win Money in the Bank, become the briefcase holder. Of course, we got to, delay that. But I think I don't think they're going to bury Cody this time. I really do. And look, I'll be the first to admit I could be completely, absolutely, 100% wrong. The way they've been going about with Cody, you can tell Vince took this return series very serious. He literally walked out of AEW and walked into WWE the exact same fucking way. Vince has never done that. No matter who the fuck you are, look what he did Johnny Morrison. He could have done the same thing with John Morrison, brought him in as fucking Johnny Mundo, but he brought him right back to the gimmick with that bullshit ass fucking theme song, put him right back with the Miz.
But here's the problem I got with that. The problem I got with that is the talent that needs, it doesn't matter if it's black or white. It doesn't matter. But the talent that needs to be shining, that has the capability to rise to the occasion, Vince is not letting them do it.
Mm-hmm. And I want to kind of touch up on what you said earlier.
Turn into a baby.
Hold on.
My bad.
Let me talk to Kevin real quick.
Go ahead.
So everything that you stated and what James stated is absolutely correct. You have to find a way to rebuild your image. So you're basically a salesman, and what you're trying to do is you're trying to sell yourself. You're trying to say that I am the product and my product benefits your company. But the issue is that along the way, you have to manipulate. You have to, make people believe that you are worthy or taking the top spot. Right now, the top spot is Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is on God mode right now.
Which is true.
So my whole thing is that the way Cody left AEW was weak. It was just weak. Because, number one, you were one of the founding fathers of AEW. And then you said, oh, well, I don't want this position because he took the power away from me. Nigga, you wasn't complaining when you was getting all the wins over stars that needed the most. You wasn't complaining about that shit. Then all of a sudden, now you working without a contract, and then all of a sudden you're secretly negotiating with the WWE. And then because I have to find some way to get to WrestleMania. I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine. Do what you do. But at the end of the day, I just know that the wrestling industry is toxic, is manipulative, and you just cannot trust anybody. And the only reason why Cody is in the position that he's in is because some friends that Seth was talking about helped him to get to that stage in his career. And me personally, I don't care for Cody Rhodes like that. I just don't. Because you told me that you're here to build up wrestling, which he did. I like how he did it. I like how he told us the speech, and I was believing him. And then all of a sudden he just leaves, and and then
okay, now, listen to what you just said right there. Let's look at one thing. Stone now, and this is where people don't get the whole thing at. If people want to look at taking the ball and going home and this, that, let's look at Stone Cold Steve Austin, for example.
No. That's different.
No.
Stone Cold was not, because I already know where you're going with that. Stone Cold never built his own company.
No, he didn't.
There's a difference.
No, he didn't. But hear me out.
And then he left because he didn't want to put over Brock Lesnar.
Right. And that's where I'm going with that, right? So let's look at this. Who's to say now watch this. Who's to say Roman Reigns has the same contract somewhat that Brock Lesnar has? Who's to say he didn't manipulate Vince into getting that same damn thing? And you know me, bro. I'm the biggest Roman Reigns fan that there is. But I
don't know, Nap. We got Nappy here.
Nappy, bro. If Nappy here, hey, bro, I would say we the two biggest Roman Reigns fans.
There you go.
That's the case, right? but let's be real with it. Roman's the man, hands down. But at the same time, Who's to say that he didn't manipulate Vince into saying, I want the same contract as Brock Lesnar. I want to work less days. I want to work this pay-per-view. I want to work that pay-per-view. Because let's think about it. Hell in a Cell has been around for years before it even became a pay-per-view. Right? So, and he's not advertised. And this is why I say, look at the manipulation, as you just stated, with this, right? Roman Reigns stated years ago, oh, anytime that there's an event, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there. But guess what? Hell in a Cell is a major pay-per-view event. Money in the Bank is a major pay-per-view event. Guess what? You ain't going to be at that. But you manipulated Vince into giving you your contract to work less days. But what you ain't realizing is Brock Lesnar still making more than you.
As soon as he unified them two belts, he said, "We need to talk."
Yeah,
we ain't seen that boy since.
Like peace. He was just like, man, I ain't working no more.
You say so, Ziggy. You telling the truth, bro? Because ain't no way he won a belt from Brock Lesnar. And guess what? When that happened, Roman Reigns' contract was up after WrestleMania. It was up. And he had to renew. So guess what? Roman went to Vince, probably manipulated him, saying, yeah, I got both belts now, but I want to work lesser days and different pay-per-views and da-da-da-da. Did the same thing Brock Lesnar did.
But what about what you told John Cena? What about what you told John?
But you know what, though?
So who's to say he manipulated that way and he's getting what he wants? But then again, and as you stated before, Cody was putting over these wrestlers at AEW, but in a sense, who's to say that he wasn't given back for him to make a name for himself as he found a way? Let's look at the Undertaker. Undertaker done put over so many people that's better that he's better than. Because if you ask me, Undertaker way better than Brock Lesnar. Undertaker's way better than him. The only thing that makes, if you really look at it for what it is, this year alone, from the SummerSlam of last year all the way up until now, was the most we ever seen Brock Lesnar. The most.
And that's how I knew he was going to lose. Because I said it's time for him to take a break.
He was giving back.
Right. So here's the thing. Who's to say now? Look at John Cena. We ain't seen him. He's supposed to make an appearance at SmackDown, according to TMZ, at the end of this month. Is it gonna happen? We don't know. But at the same time, let's look at it. John Cena's another face. He did his thing. He paid his dues, and whatever the case may be. But for me, like I said, Cody is giving back / making a name. All of that stuff about he ended this, he ended that. I mean, it's still going on in the world today. I know people don't like to speak on it, but it's still going on no matter where it is. It's still going on. However, you can't put a thing on and say, okay, I ended this, I ended that at the pay-per-view. No, you can't do that. Because if you look at all the senseless shootings, all of this going on, all of that's going on in the world now. But in the wrestling world, you can't say that you ended this or ended that. I mean, but you're still telling a story regardless. And who's to say like I said, who's to say that Stephanie didn't forgive him? Who's to say Triple H didn't forgive him and tell Vince, hey, let's bring this dude back in. Let's go ahead. He done found his way. Now let's go ahead and make him into this mega star that he could have been, or we could have made Dusty Rhodes to be. Because let me tell you something, everybody knows and behind the scenes back in the day and even in the 2000s that Jim Ross and Dusty Rhodes were the talent scouts. Before there was a John Laurinaitis, before there was a this or before that, they were the scouts. They were definitely the scouts.
So Ty just said that Rock is the son of a legendary wrestler too, but The Rock doesn't screw over people for his own personal gain.
No,
that we know of.
that we know of.
That we know of. That we know of. But who's to say, like I said, who's to say that The Rock hasn't went to this person and said, oh, if this doesn't happen, then I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, God rest his soul, the Ultimate Warrior. Look at, he held up Vince at gunpoint, demanded this amount for SummerSlam, and Vince went ahead and paid him and fired him. So people don't look at all the stories, all the things like that happened back in the day that leads up to now. Manipulation is still manipulation, no matter how you do it.
I agree. It's just the thing is now that's why I keep saying there are levels to this shit. I like to call it the AEW effect. The reason why everybody getting more money is because of AEW. People don't want to realize that, but that is the reason why people keep renegotiating MJF. And
Cody helped build it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And like people like to take advantage of that shit. People want to be the master of being an opportunist.
That should be a good thing though, right? Because these companies fire these wrestlers left and right.
To a certain degree.
And they gotta go work somewhere.
When they got
because the WWE is struggling to find talent for the women's division and shit. They fired half of the damn women's division.
Bingo.
I mean, like, you don't have
they had them now.
You said a mouthful with that one. You said a mouthful with that.
And then tonight, man, we had a goddamn Raw pay-per-view. It was Sunday night Raw pay-per-view. That's all it was.
Sunday Night Raw.
Besides that Cody Rhodes match.
And then they got another 3 hours tomorrow.
And then another 3 hours.
It was a Raw pre-show.
Yeah. So
another 3 hours.
So your ass is about to go to sleep. So what I'm about to do is I'm about to go around the room for final thoughts. I don't think we even talked about the main event.
No, we did.
We did.
That's why we were talking about Cody Rhodes and coming back.
I thought it was a good match. It wasn't like a Hell in a Cell.
The match to me was awesome. I enjoyed it. That to me, that was the best part of Hell in a Cell. I mean, to me, I'm just being mad. I'm just being honest. Ain't nobody care about Madcap Moss. Ain't nobody. I mean, but then again, now the Bianca Belair, the triple threat was a pretty good match.
That was a very good match.
The ladies did good.
And I think those two matches were the top matches of the card. Like you said, a Sunday Night Raw pay-per-view. Now we got to deal with 3 more hours of Monday Night Raw tomorrow. And my thing is this: they keep talking about the unified tag titles, the unified WWE title. You might as well just put everything back on one show and call it a day. And as we talked about it the other day, Chris, WWE has competition. They have competition with AEW, and AEW is allowing the stars to be free with their character, and they're not rehearsing promos. They're going based off of what's going on, but they're not taking it personal. Of course, you got to sell it for the crowd. Of course, you got to make it believable for the crowd, and that's why I said it. Like I said before, back in the day, Vince is trying to recreate the Attitude Era, but you cannot duplicate that era. You can't duplicate it. Back then, it was the Attitude Era was so raw.
You didn't have shareholders back then either.
Right.
Exactly.
And it was to the point.
Toy companies.
And I'm pretty sure y'all agree with me on this. It was to the point where even as a kid, when you got home from school, you were like, yo, I can't wait to see what's going to happen this week on Attitude Era Raw. I can't wait to see this. And it's just like me and you talk, Chris, everybody is not paying attention to the rivalry story. If you want to talk about rivalries, Stone Cold and Bret Hart was the best rivalry, and they told a story and how they built it. is what told the story. That's what made it be like, that's what made fans be like, yo, these two right here.
But the thing is, we'll never get nothing like that in this day and age, bro.
Never
because
again.
fans want shit too quick. They don't want stuff to build out.
Exactly.
In the long term, they're already thinking, oh well, what's the purpose of this? I wonder where they're gonna just enjoy the story.
Shut the fuck up, right?
But see, I'm gonna tell you something. When I think about this Cody and Seth thing, watch this. Think about this. Even though Cody hasn't won the title yet, but when I think about this, I think about Triple H and Batista. Because remember, Batista beat Triple H 3 times, and including Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
2 matches were for the title. Well, all 3 matches were for the title, but Cody ended up beating them in Hell in a Cell too. Mm-hmm. So that's the way I look at this. Like, they're trying to recreate that. Hell, even through the Ruthless Aggression, that was a damn good, a good match. Mm-hmm. It was a good match. But you are not going to create rivalries and stories like how you did back in the 95 and Attitude Era. You can't recreate that.
Too many.
No matter who you
get. Not in this era. No, because just like what Juan had said, there are too many butthurt, toxic ass fucking fans out there, and these historians that do not want the Attitude Era to come back. It just will not fit, because then you got the Me Too movement, and then you got these other fans that's obsessive with, defending their respective companies and shit. It just will not work. I mean, I barely can watch wrestling now without some motherfucker in my damn ear talking about, well, I don't want you to watch AEW because AEW just not for me. Okay, this is for you, not for. I mean, right. That's about you, not me. You can't speak for me because you don't like this particular company. You can't tell me what not to watch, what to watch. And that's the problem with this era. It's just like we cannot breathe at all.
Internet.
And it pisses me off. Why. Yeah, the internet sucks. For real. So tomorrow, everybody in WCC, what we're going to do is we're going to go over the injury list because this is going to play a factor in AEW.
It's long too.
And WWE. And this is a very long list. Very long list.
AEW probably gonna beat the hell out of WWE in the ratings this week. I'm just gonna be funky with it.
Yeah, we'll see. But so we'll have that discussion in WCC tomorrow. Next week, one of my guys, Chris Classic Williams, he'll be on our podcast next week Sunday for episode 181. But Kevin, thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Yes, appreciate it.
Oh yeah, man.
No problem, man. Anytime I could go ahead and chime in on some good stuff, dog. You know I'm there.
I know. Thanks, man. I appreciate you.
All right, man. Y'all boys be safe.
You too, brother. Thank you.
All right, y'all. So just to let you know, we are about 20 episodes away from our 200 episodes.
That quick.
It's been almost 5 years, y'all. Started this podcast in 2018, and this is where we're at right now. Really big, but we can get higher. Definitely can get higher.
And we're only 200 under 200 to 1K on Facebook for the group page.
Yeah, and we're growing. We're growing, y'all. Mm-hmm. We just got to go to the next level, get to that level, and get to that level, and then we'll be like the Breakfast Club, hopefully.
There you go.
So that would be so fucking great.
I'm just waiting for that day.
Manifest that.
I've been speaking so much shit into existence, and I'm slowly seeing shit happening for me. And so I started speaking that into existence for us. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get the ball rolling with that.
Yes.
So I want to be the Breakfast Club / Busted Open Radio, but fucking better. So
yes. We already see what we need to do. So it's there. It just needs to be set into existence, and we're gonna get the job done. We got the team for it. So everybody, hopefully you guys enjoyed the podcast. This was a really great podcast, and Everybody that came on, Ziggy, Nappy, hopefully we can do this again next Sunday. I know you guys been, busy with your shit. Ziggy, congratulations on your success in the gaming industry. Yeah, I think Kid's supposed to be joining us next Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. So.
Kid old.
Yeah.
Yes, I know. Yes, Kid had to go to sleep because it's past his
bedtime.
Betty bye.
But
Kill you.
All right, y'all. So we'll see y'all next week. Until that time, I'm your host, Mr. Team Bring It.
I'm the returning nappy boy.
And I'm the baby face on the hill show, Ziggy the Beast.
Boom. That East Pie. Never mind. Good.
Y'all have a good night.
Why are y'all so hazardously horny?
Don't listen to him.
That's you. You talk about it. Bye, y'all.